was muted.
Welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken. Last week, you guys met up in the middle of the night with the Tabaxi, who wanted to know what was inside the dungeon before it disappeared. You dealt with, to some extent, Zintharamil coming out of the armor and having a body, and the Traveler Naravar and his strange bird creature, as they tried to teach you about magic. And so, this week, you have to... It's time to decide what it is you're going to be doing. You ended last week with a long rest. You were going to sleep. So we will begin today, in the morning, as you get up from your long rest. All of you, minus Yukikaze, plus Ruthaldo, the Tabaxi with the tiger stripes? Not on the
Cheetah.
right page. Cheetah. He was the cheetah stripes. Thank you.
But
I must have misheard that, because I imagined him being like Panther Black the entire time. He's a cheetah striped, okay. When cheetah is a
Spots.
stripe, that's spotted, right?
There's stripes and spots, but yeah. Ruthaldo. Cheetah. Yes, you're correct. Thank you. Who wanted to sleep in the vacant bed left by Yukikaze, who slept outside with his sword after finally getting his curse removed.
let's not do this one.
So, Laramentis had been intending, after speaking with Ruthaldo before heading to sleep, to give Nalia a ring, because it's a daily thing, and there's some information that should probably just be sent over her way.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to just type over to you what she knows.
Are
He
you
was
go-
doing it outside the thing,
Okay, so
outside the cabin. So Yukikaze would have been able to hear, but he would have been speaking in Elvish because they're both elves.
So are
Yukikaze
you
would have been
using sending, or are you using Ash's conversational ability?
Ash, I can't send because I don't have the spell slots. um,
Laramentis, don't you remember though?
what?
I speak Elvish.
Okay. I mean, you're also asleep. Like, he's speaking Elvish because
I
it's
know.
the more comfortable language for him and her.
Mhm.
So if you're awake, you can hear everything. He's not trying to hide anything.
Okay.
Like, if anyone walked out, he would switch.
Well, if it wasn't immediate when I went into my tent, then I probably fell asleep then.
Okay, so we're...
It was after, so conversation with Ruthaldo. Ruthaldo would have been going inside, and Laramentis would have said that he needed to speak with a friend of his and would be in shortly.
Okay, so we're not starting quite at the wake up yet. Alright.
You need to not be there.
So, you talk to Ash, and Ash connects you with, Nalia. Excuse me. Sorry, my brain blanked for a moment there. So you wait a moment as Ash's glowing orb just seems to ripple and pulse before you. And then finally, after several long seconds, you see Nalia's face materialize. And she's got hair askew, and she looks really out of sorts.
I hope that now is a good time, or it can soon be made to be a good time.
No, of course. I love hearing from you. It's 5 in the morning.
It's when all the best work is done.
Of course.
I have some news.
News. News is good. Tell me news.
We have safely left the Vault of Garland. However, it has been destroyed, teleported. Something happened after the Lich was defeated. I was feeble-minded at the time. I'm not entirely sure. I'm better now.
I mean, so as you're spewing this slew of words, you just watch her face deteriorating from like put out to completely upset.
We found the armor. Raiken has attuned it. There is a lovely little timer on it, which at this point I think is measuring. I give the number of hours that I think it's measuring.
Yeah.
Which, if you have any better insight into what a glorious victory is, it would be greatly appreciated.
Fight something and win.
Just the winning. Is there something that makes a win particularly glorious in the eyes of Cord?
That it's challenging.
I think we can swing that. Also, we have run into an Eladrin wizard who is from another world.
Excuse me?
Like an Eladrin wizard from another world.
Like
his
from
magic
the Feywild?
I think originally. But the material plane that he has spoken of is very different than ours, and apparently much more magical. His magic is behaves differently than what I am used to, although the deep study of magic was never my particular area of interest.
Allow me to interrupt you for just a moment. Laramandus, aren't you in the middle of the desert?
Yes, he just apparently he just sort of fell from the sky. I don't remember this because of the feeble mind effect, but he is the one that cured me. And I doubt that my companions convinced him to use the wish spell. So I'm not entirely sure how a wizard was capable of doing that.
Okay.
He has with him a avian creature that is particularly interested in stories. He was wonderful to talk to, and a bit obsessed with bacon, but when he got past that, there were very interesting tales that he was telling, and I would very much like to write them down at some point soon. Anyway, we found amongst the Lich's items a powder in bags, which this wizard identified as he called it residuum, and it is apparently crystallized magic. He used it in several rituals that we saw him cast, one of which pulled Zintharamil from Leah's armor and gave him the body of an archfey, so that was interesting.
Again, her face is going through a roller coaster of expressions listening to this.
And her hair is like going through all the hues of the rainbow.
I mean, with the golden light that the face is being projected in, he can't see exactly which season she's in, and because she's not been given a chance to speak, he can't really know from that either.
It's true, but 5 minutes is short and pretty much up. It has come to our attention that he is able to fabricate magic items due to knowledge from his home plane, and I told him he's here looking for someone, his wife, I believe, hoping that she is on this particular plane. I told him that you would be interested in hearing how he makes those magic items, and if there's anything he might be able to pass on, and in exchange you might be able to send him to the university if that's where he needs to go, or perhaps find someone that might be able to help.
She looks very troubled as you say this, and says, Lara, I would like nothing more than to speak with your friend and know what it is he knows, to learn the secrets of magic that he seems to be privy to. But now is not the best time. I've got a lot on my plate, and it's not exactly safe.
Very well. I will send him to the university then, and hope that he finds the people he needs to speak to.
Yes, that's probably best. I'm sorry. I'm not entirely certain what's going on, but I will inform the Temple of Cord that you've retrieved the armor and are doing everything in your power to prevent its destruction. Do not bring it here.
Very well.
I'm sorry. I will tell you more when it's safe. But right now, I'm not entirely certain what the situation is.
Understood. Be well and be safe. Actually, is there any way I might be able to get my book back at some point? Could we make that exchange reasonably safely, or is that something that we shall discuss at another time? I will be perfectly safe with my companions and my current preparations.
What's your next destination, Leonidas?
We'll be returning to Tuca.
Contact me when you go there. That will take you a couple days, I believe.
At least, yes.
Okay. I will hopefully know more, and it will be safer by then. I'm so sorry.
I imagine that
The connection ends.
Or 8 minutes of real time with a little bit of
There was a little
description.
Yeah.
Out of character stuff.
That sounded
then-
very bad.
Lara Mendes will go to sleep or go to trance.
Alright.
He's not going to wake people up and tell them.
Yes.
Well,
I will let you know this, because it was something I was thinking about earlier. And I forgot about it until just this moment. During the night when you're trancing, where are you trancing exactly?
I am going to go into onto one of the beds
Okay.
and go inside and be in the not desert.
I mean,
It is uncomfortable out there.
yes, the house is well protected, and relatively well sealed. The sand comes in, when you walk in. But the windows are glass. There is a chimney that air can blow down, though it tends not to because of the fire burning and pushing air up. So the conditions inside are comfortable, but they're not perfectly controlled like they are inside the tiny hut.
Okay.
Middle of the night, there is going to be the door is going to open, and so you're going to be aware that it does not lock, or was not locked. And you will see the one of the other Tabaxi enter and begin approaching Ruth Aldo's bed.
Okay. Do they appear that they are trying to be hiding in doing this, or are they just trying to be quiet so as not to wake people?
It appears that they're trying not to wake people. They are conversing very quietly.
Okay. I'm not going to interrupt. If it's my business, then I imagine he would say something to me. So.
Okay. You're going to see the Tabaxi, the newer Tabaxi head back out through the door, and Ruth Aldea is going to sit up and watch out the window as his bed was close to that. Assuming you don't go to interact with him, he's going to continue that for about 20 minutes.
If he's staying like that, after about 10 minutes, I will say, is everything all right?
And as quietly as he can, but allowing his voice to carry to you, he will say, Rutaldo's companion has informed him that there is a storm coming. This is to be expected. However, he has informed Rutaldo that it is not behaving normally. We are watching and waiting. I would have informed you to move the camp if this were not the case, because we are directly in the normal storm path.
And you think it will be safe to wait until morning to keep an eye on how things progress before taking action?
Dutaldo should know the answer to this question in about 10 minutes. That is how long it takes to measure storm progress.
I will nod, because I'm also trying to be relatively quiet.
So 10 minutes go by, and the other Tabaxi, in this case, Tiger Striped, is going to come back in. You can tell by the way he moves, he's not nearly as young as Ruthaldo is.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to whisper something to him, and Ruthaldo lets out a sigh, nods, and dismisses him. He goes back outside, and Ruthaldo looks to you, knowing that you'll want to know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "It seems the storm is not traveling to this location as they normally do, and by normally I mean Ruthaldo means 100% of the time. It seems it will miss us to the north." As he said, Ruthaldo has never experienced behavior of the storm such as this. It is most disturbing, but it seems we will not need to move the camp.
I would be curious if we could figure out the path that it might be taking to find out if there's a new center that all storms will be traveling to.
This one is also
But
interested in such information.
We will need more data points, I'm sure.
Indeed. This one's companions will continue to observe any storms that come during the night.
Thank you.
And he goes to sleep.
Yep. I return to my trancing and all of that.
The same thing seems to happen 2 more times during the night, hours apart. And each time the storm does not come here, but it does not go to a consistent location either. At one point you are missed to the south, and another time one coming from the north misses to the east. But all of them miss. Morning comes. All of you are able to wake up. Ruthaldo is purring softly in a spot of sun on his bed. And you can see out the windows as you rise and begin getting ready that the land outside is changed from what it was last night. The sand shifted and moved. You see that at this point the crater left by the disappearing dungeon has all but disappeared. Only the impression of it is left. You know that there is still a large dip in the sand there, but it is not the obvious semicircle that it was before.
I would get up early, likely before anyone else has woken up.
Okay.
And go outside for a little bit, do some things, and come back in.
Okay. Do you want to send me what those things are?
I think you can figure it out.
Yes, okay. Very well. Lair, I will say...
No. She will not try to go to sleep again, or just chill in the bed or something.
That's fine. You may all benefit from a long rest. Derek.
Yep.
Your level of exhaustion remains.
It stays.
Yes. This is highly unusual, and you know it.
Well, crap. really glad I made those first 2 saves.
Yes, you should be. Would have been uncomfortable otherwise.
And deadly.
Please don't explode.
Not deadly. You need 6 levels of exhaustion to just die.
No,
true.
3 levels of, like 6 levels of exhaustion kills you.
Yeah,
3
that's what I
levels of
said.
exhaustion gets you killed. But then I can't even attack, basically.
So,
And I can only run like 10 feet at a time. Excuse me.
So, Raiken, you have the desert garb that you purchased in Tuka, and you know that you don't need help putting armor on. So are you going to travel like that, or are you going to summon your armor?
I'm going to travel like that.
Okay. It's an odd feeling having your axe and shield strapped directly to you without armor buffering in between. But not bad. Just odd.
I'll get used to it.
And it's odd not to hear the constant cling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can sneak!
You can see you're no longer at disadvantage. You are still at -1, though.
Better.
Yeah.
Raiken, how are you feeling about a duel? Not with me.
And with who?
Who poses a challenging threat?
I raised my hand.
The Eladrin is going to speak up and say, would you mind not doing it inside? And actually, how are you proposing to take this place with you?
That's a good question. I was planning to look around and see if there was a way to get it back in the cube.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm gonna help you on that because why not?
Alright, make an investigation check.
Wait, when Laramentis asked who is a threat, was that a question or was that an answer to?
Well, it was a challenge, not a threat.
Yeah, like, but was that a question? Was Laramentis asking that to the party? Or
I'm going to use my inspiration.
He was more asking Raiken, but if the party wanted to jump in, I want to reset the time on the armor.
No, I get what you want to do. It's just I didn't know if it was responding to a question Raiken had asked or whether you were
I feel that anybody is challenging
people
it up.
volunteers.
Let's see, investigation.
I got a 19.
I got a 13. I could not roll well.
Leah, you do find something. You do find that by the door, one of the candlestick holders on the wall seems to have like grease marks from a hand on it, like somebody had touched it.
I think I found something.
I'll walk over.
This might be able to be moved, but
I try to pull it.
No!
yeah,
So you
I'm gonna try to stop you.
okay? Roll opposed strength.
No, that's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Leah rolls a 20.
But you,
No. 11.
I got a 9.
So the halfling reaches up to try and grab it. He has to kind of like jump a little bit to try and grab it, and you see him doing this. You go, no, and you swat his hands away, so he just sort of misses and falls back to the ground.
Look, if this closes the house, maybe we don't want to all be in it, not prepared to get out.
Fine.
Your dragonborn friend is still putting his armor on, the Elatrin says.
Oh, good point.
What is it early morning or is it just morning?
I mean, it's morning. The sun is up, above the horizon, and it's burning off the cold of the night.
You guys are gonna see a dragonborn face in the window. It's tap tap tap.
I'm just gonna use minor illusion to make it look to where we can't see him. Just looks like the outside the window.
Rude. You hear tapping, but you see nothing outside the window, just desert.
It's the 12th, right?
It is now the 12th of May.
Okay.
Alright.
Nerevar says, well, on that note, I think Cal wants to take a fly. And he quickly rises from his bed and walks out.
Yeah, I already got all of my stuff. Got up early.
Yeah, Zintharamil is sitting cross-legged on his bed, looking very contemplative. You see those odd, roots and little green shoots and grasses springing forth from the bed and then falling away, and then new ones spring up around his feet.
Okay. Sorry.
What are you thinking about?
I'm trying to remember how to shape magic as I did in the Feywild before I lost my body. I'm thinking if I can remember how to do this, then perhaps I can become useful to you again.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Your support is appreciated. It sounds like your friends want to close up shop, as the saying goes. Perhaps we should be outside.
Yeah, yes. I'm not gonna let Cyrus pull it since he so want to.
I'll wait for people to leave.
Okay.
Don't crush us inside.
Yeah, by the way, just out of character, if people could do me a favor and try and help remind me that I have disadvantage on all skill checks, I'd appreciate it, because that's going to be hard for me to remember from the exhaustion.
I will attempt to do so.
You open up like a
So we
notepad.
literally just talked about it and I already forgot.
When I had the disadvantage on the deck save, I had a notepad open with that written in it.
Yeah, use like sticky notes or something.
I mean, that's what a character sheet is for. It has it written down. I just don't always remember to look at it.
No, I meant like an actual like WordPad or Notepad or whatever it is, the program. If it's open, it'll be on the taskbar.
I was answering a question, so I'm not sure why we're talking about WordPad.
Derek wants me reminded that he has disadvantage due to exhaustion.
Ah.
This says so much about your age when you still call it WordPad.
No, WordPad and Notepad are two different programs.
Yeah, but I haven't seen WordPad since like Windows 7 at least.
I opened it up by accident the other day.
I don't
use
even.
Notepad.
I don't think I have it.
I tried to write a batch file in WordPad and got frustrated,
No,
realizing
actually,
I needed
I do have
Notepad.
it. I didn't know that still existed.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was different from Notepad until I did that. Any event, so everybody is getting out of the cabin.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, but Laramendus is going to approach Zintharamil and Leah and say, your comment gives me a thought about the Feywild and Fey magic in general. the world is shaped by thoughts, by beliefs of the people who live there, the people on the material plane, and what they expect the Feywild to be like. And there are certain expectations associated with a Fey of your bearing.
He kind of cocks his head on one side. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm confused. Is this like if we don't believe in it, this is to be? That sounds weird.
No, but power, belief is power, and currently anyone who thinks of Zintharamil thinks of him as the spirit that he was before.
I see what you're saying. If we can get a group of people large enough to believe in my power, it might manifest.
You guys are gonna abruptly hear Yukaze interrupt, saying, "You guys just gonna keep ignoring me?"
I thought we were walking out as...
Yeah, and everybody's filing out of the cabin.
As they're walking out, I say this.
Oh yes, you do find that you've walked past Yukikaze without paying him any mind. As he shouts out to you, you turn and see that he's like partially dressed into his armor with lots of loose straps and fragments of the plate all over the ground around him.
Yep. Can I get a hand, please?
Oh, I remember when I had that problem.
Dick!
Right, yeah, now you have to show your bum every time you dress.
Look, I have clothes on.
Allow me, Yukikaze. I move over to help.
Thank you, Aramis.
You see that Zintharamil falls into another reverie as he begins contemplating what you've said, Laramandus. At this point, everybody is out of the cabin. You may do your thing.
Alright, so now that people are at a minimum safe distance,
We don't know that's true.
well, what's hopefully a minimum safe distance, I will attempt to pull a lever and leave the cabin.
Alright, you jump up, as you are too short to reach it without doing so, and grab the indicated candle holder in the wall, like a sconce for a torch, but for a candlestick. And you hang there for the barest moment suspended when it lurches downward with a shunk, and you see in words written in curling gnomish appear before you.
I'll do my best to memorize them so I can show them to the gnome later.
Okay, what do you do?
Leave.
Okay.
Very good question, Jabble. He asked, why is the halfling too short to reach something in a gnomish cabin?
That's a good answer as well.
There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this.
That it's not made by
Because
gnomes?
gnomes are assholes.
That, but it also could be made by humans.
Could be. And you exit the cabin after doing that, Cyrus?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing really seems to change as you walk out. Are you going to describe what you saw to your gnome?
Yep.
Okay.
I will attempt to give him a accurate representation with minor illusion.
Okay. Let's just have you do an int check to try and replicate what you saw.
Alright. I did not.
And you're remembering disadvantage on skill checks, right?
No.
What's that? Was that a skill check though? When you said in check?
Yeah, because it's an intelligence check, so it's basically history.
Yeah, it's
History,
an
Arcana.
ability check, which because it's a check that involves an ability, so
Yeah.
regardless if it's skill or not, it counts.
Yeah,
Okay.
ability checks are
So,
skill checks. Skill checks are ability checks anyway, and ability checks have disadvantage.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I originally rolled a 4,
Okay.
then I rolled a 20, so I got a 4.
Nice. Congratulations. He creates some curly gobbledygook. Honestly, it looks a little insulting.
All right. This okay. This didn't come out quite right. It's early. You might want to go look.
Is the cabin still there?
The cabin is still there at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to walk into it, so
Okay.
see if I can find what he's talking about.
As you enter, a curling gnomish script appears before your eyes as by magic, in a glowing green letter, and it says, "Compression to commence in 20 seconds."
Okay. Turn around.
Walk right back out. I was hoping somebody would find out what happened. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I kind of want to find out at some point.
During the next 20 seconds, Larmendus, it has been over a minute, so you've helped Yukikaze. He had managed to get many of the plates on himself. He just needed help with the straps for a lot of them. So he's got about 60-70% of the armor on at this point.
Okay.
So I would say Yukikaze, because this isn't going to be important at all. You've got enough of the armor on to get the benefit of full plate, but not the plus magic bonus. The magic is making up for the fact that you don't have all full plate on.
Wait, why don't I?
Because not enough time has elapsed for you to have all of it on.
Oh, okay.
Still, there are some pieces left off, and some pieces haven't been strapped down fully. As Larmendus continues to help you with that. Suddenly, there is a small, well, a loud kind of pop and a rushing of air, and the cabin disappears in a cloud of sand that you feel the wind pulled past you toward where it used to be.
So did you ever inform me what the script said? Or did you just walk out and screw off?
I just walked out and went back up to the group, turned around and watched.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, real helpful.
I let out a little
Kind of
screech as
counted down under
the
the
house pops.
Okay.
Ah, there we are.
You can see that there is, like, this area where the sand is disturbed. There's a small pile, a mound of sand at the very middle, and you can see peeking out of it the golden top of the box with the button up.
Nice. I'll go
And
over
as
grab it
you
and-
see that and begin walking toward it, the sand suddenly starts to rumble and shift.
I'm still gonna try and run and grab it.
Okay.
Hopefully before something eats it.
Nope.
I hate
You should make a dexterity saving throw, though, to see if you get eaten, too.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I rolled well. Saving throws are not affected. So I wouldn't be within range of Raiken. So 23.
Okay. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, man. It's been a while since I've got to pull
I
this
really
stuff
liked that box. I wanted to
Still
keep
is
it.
time thing.
time thing.
Hello, purple worm. Or two.
What? That...
Maybe it's a sand mimic.
Maybe it's horde or purple zombie lords.
I really hope it's not a horde, my lords. Those would utterly screw us up.
1,482.3 mummy lords.
Like 2 would screw us up.
But yeah, that was mummy lord, not zombie lord. It's so long since we made that joke.
Okay. You got
Actually,
a 23, right?
Yep.
Okay, well. 26. So,
I can't even beat that on a 20.
sorry.
That is unfortunate.
Because I rolled a 19, man. Come
If
on.
only I was close enough.
So all of a sudden, that explosion you heard earlier, Leah, as the cabin disappeared, well, something 3 times as loud as the sand bursts up like a tidal wave, basically, of sand overtakes all of you, and as you shield yourselves from the falling sand, you look up and you see the writhing shape of another purple worm looming over you. The
More poison!
the box and Cyrus are gone.
Ooh, that's not good.
Roll initiative.
And it's way too early for me to time stop.
Alright, shitty die. Let's see what you give me. Well, I'm going back to the blue sandstone already.
That didn't take long.
I got a 21. Vendor got a 21.
Okay.
Was that a natural one?
Yep. That was the natural one. First roll. That actually counts.
Nice. Thank you.
I would
Grace.
I would appreciate it if you would take note of my new Discord username.
Rip. Alright, let's get up here. Let's edit this shit. Raiken got a nat 1.
I am dead. I am so very, very dead.
Maybe.
I may have thrown a lich just to die a few feet outside.
I mean, could have been worse. Maybe. Vendor got a 21, you said?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Crap. I need to see if this is written down somewhere where my sheet should be. And this. Interesting. The item description for the Gnome Shroud of Healing doesn't say how many, like, what the thing is to get its charges back. I know it gets it back in the morning, but I don't remember what I have to roll.
I think it's 1d8 plus 1.
D8 plus 1. Okay.
To be fair, judging by everyone's rolls, I still would have gone last.
Excuse me.
I wonder if a purple worm is vulnerable to purple worm poison.
That'd be
No.
hilarious. Yukikaze, what'd you get?
I'm sorry, Vendar. I got a 22.
Ha, nice. Cyrus, what'd you get?
13.
13. Jebel, what'd you get?
20. Non-natural.
Nice. Lair, what'd you get?
21.
21. Damn, everybody is beasting things. Leah, what'd you get?
22.
Almost everyone.
What's your
Told
dex?
Jack go last.
What's your dex bonus?
+3.
Plus 3. Yukikaze, what's your dex bonus?
My dex bonus is...
Wait, didn't
Two.
Okay.
you also get 21?
No,
Nope.
Yukikaze
Wait.
got 22.
Oh,
You
I
got
got
a nat 20?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That counts as a thing. I always forget that.
Okay, then.
So you
Yeah.
guys got a nat 20.
So he
Yukikaze
lied.
goes first.
Oh wait, did you get a nat 20, Mel?
Yeah,
Oh.
I got 22.
I
My
don't-
dex is 2.
I'm going to start
I-
agreeing with the others, and I'm going to say I don't understand how you don't see the 20 as something to be like, ah, yes, that is the highest I can get.
Because I don't get it often.
Because I got 19,
should be
mine
even
was
more
not
special.
a natural. Yeah. Mine was not natural, it was 19 on the die, so he goes before me because he's not 20.
Yes. He also goes before all the people who got 21s. Lair, what's your dex bonus?
3. 3.
3. And Vendar's is 4. Vendar's
Yes,
is...
mine is
okay.
4.
Cool. So far, everything's coming in well, just so you know, Bender.
Cyrus got that lucky number 13.
Super lucky.
Shut up.
I'm glad something's finally working.
I need to just reopen this box inside this purple worm and things will be great.
I assume the
attack
house
it.
is just going to crumble and be broken, but sure, you can try it.
I'm sure it's more vulnerable from the inside than the outside.
Of course, that's how this works. That's what Great Drax taught us.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Thanos butt theory.
Oh god, not again!
The skin is softer on the inside. I think that's what he
I
said.
got
Its hide is exactly the same thickness on the inside as it is on the outside.
No one told me that.
Because he didn't say weaker, because that could actually make sense. He said it. He said it was softer,
Okay.
which is not true.
Oh, there's initiative. What the fuck? Okay.
But a lot of creatures are weaker from the inside because they don't expect something to attack them there. You know, shorter distance to vital organs and stuff like that. But you kind of cut through the hides from the inside, and it's easier than
Something
from the
tells me
outside.
our purple worm daggers are not going to be all that effective against a purple worm.
Who knows? Fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
That actually works. That's different.
I tried that. I got fired as a firefighter.
Fighting fire with fire.
I lost my shot.
I see the worm has not rolled well.
Did you think like being a firefighter was like being a Pokemon trainer?
What? Okay, let's see if I can change songs.
That's the
That
core of the
means-
night so far.
What's wrong?
Because
He's lost.
I screwed myself.
Not
I
more
could have been
than
ahead of the worm.
Cyrus.
even.
Not much. Not you haven't screwed yourself as much as Cyrus has screwed himself. Just look at the bright side of life.
I'm just pissed. My first roll was crap.
I don't see anything wrong with it. That just looks perfectly normal to me.
Yeah, part of the chorus.
Ow!
Do you expect anything different?
You expect anything different than me rolling a natural one.
You guys are just mean.
No, we're just
We mock,
commenting
we
on,
mock,
you know, the norm.
Alex's initiative rolls every session.
I mean,
To
if
be
they
fair,
could
I
lend
do as well.
themselves so well to mocking.
I mean, yeah, because every roll I'm like, all right, I'm either going last or second to last.
I like that the worm got 2 though.
Yeah, it did not roll well.
Poor salt.
So if you
balloon.
had, so if you had not gotten a nat 1, you could have beaten the worm.
Does anybody?
Yeah, yep, pretty much. As long as I didn't get a 2, I would have at least tied the worm. X's.
I'm not hearing any music.
I heard it
I'm
from
not either.
a little ago, but now it stopped.
I rolled pretty well, and I'm still like middle of the pack.
Because everybody else rolled 21s or 22s at 20.
Can you even get that high? Like on any of, like, period? Like, can you beat any of those rolls besides mine?
Who, me?
I specifically, Raiken can't. Even at a natural 20, that would technically end up being a 19.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, but
Just
within that
curious.
20, you goes first, though, so you
Well,
will only
yeah,
contest.
I
You will only
know.
contest Yukikaze in that point.
Yeah, but still,
it's-
And still lose.
But essentially, if someone, even if I rolled a natural 20, if someone else rolled a natural 20, I would automatically go after anybody else who rolls a natural 20.
And before Wendar, that is rare.
Oh, I rolled a
Two
17.
Yeah, there's 2 people before Wendar that is even more rare.
Ah. That's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
lucky
you
roll.
rolled a 17, but ended up with a 21. That just.
I rolled a 17.
Wow, you're actually not that far below Wendar then, when it comes to
I mean, yeah, it's 3. Mine is 3 for a long time. I just got it up to 4, I think, when I turned 10.
Right, yeah.
I was focused more on wisdom. So
Interesting.
I think next time I get an ability up, I'll get it up to 20.
You should. Dexterity is definitely the most useful trait of rogue. It's practically everything you use.
Yeah, it's nice getting the extra bonuses.
A rogue needs 2 stats, Dex and Con. Everything else is useful, but not needed.
And it depends what you're trying to do with it.
Indeed.
Charisma can be important as well.
Like I said, it's useful, but not needed. You can't
Are you
compensate for low charisma with expertise.
Are you fighting Suns again?
Hmm?
Are you fighting Suns again?
Trying to.
We're about to have a bad time.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So, yes, the calm morning was shattered as the sand burst open, revealing a purple worm, and your hut and your halfling disappeared potentially into it. You don't know where they went, because there was the torrential explosion of sand, which blinded you momentarily. So you know, Yukikaze, that your armor is incomplete, so you effectively just don't have the +3 bonus. Got it?
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to spend the entirety of combat finishing putting it on.
Wait right there, Purple Worm. Just a little bit.
It doesn't mind. It's probably a nice snack to chew on while it waits. You know, good appetizer.
All right, Yuki
You're not
is.
much to chew on. To be honest, I'm not even sure if the worm noticed it ate you.
Yuki is
It's probably
first.
shooting on the house.
Yukikaze is first, and the purple worm is sticking out of the sand about 25 feet away. It is a gargantuan creature.
Yeah.
Well, since Laramedis will still help me put things on, we're probably next to my tent. My swords are in front of the ground, so I'm gonna have to pick up Kibimaru and my short sword. I'm not attuned to Bleeder, and Sumimaru is heavily damaged.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab Kibimaru and my short sword. And you said he's how far away again?
25 feet.
So he's really close. And he just
Uncomfortably
ate.
so.
He ate Cyrus, so
I mean,
guess
Cyrus
I'm
is
gonna-
gone. He might have eaten Cyrus.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk, or I'm gonna charge in and start slashing.
Okay. Charge in. He runs away from you, Laramendis, with his loose armor jangling around him.
Okay.
So, almost that's how I just rolled. Oh, my long sword. D8. Really, you freaking piece of crap. Alright, so my first attack with my longsword is a 9.
Okay, you miss.
And my
Your
second
sword
one,
glances off of its chitinous plating.
and my second one is only a 13.
Again, its armor is too thick.
Alright.
You're going to bonus action attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 9. Will a 20 hit?
Yeah, a 20 will hit. You went from a 9 to a 20.
No, 11. I can roll 11 plus
Okay.
hit is 20.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, 20 will hit. You
yeah.
finally bite between two of its armor plates, and a
10
gush.
magical. 10 magical piercing.
Are both of these weapons magical?
No, just the one I just used.
So your offhand weapon is magical, but your main hand is not.
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure I know. Oh, I don't have the right.
Wait. I know from... No, never mind.
There it is. Sorry, I didn't have my encounter stack open.
Wish we were... I gotta find one of these out of combat alive.
What, a purple worm?
Yeah.
I mean, you just found one alive.
No, it's outside of combat because I can do know my enemy.
You're not
You
gonna
wanna
find
just
one.
study one? That's not gonna
Good luck
happen.
with
This thing's
that.
living the ground,
Yeah.
man.
All I need to do is be out of combat and watch it for like a minute, I think.
They tunnel. You will never be out of combat with one if you can see it.
It's true. He has a point. It's not likely.
Unless you were just like standing at the edge while nobody else hiding, not actually in combat, where everybody else fought one that lasted 10 minutes. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen ever.
It's unfortunate.
Indeed. Where'd that page go? There it is. Oops. Okay, so you said 10 magical piercing damage?
Piercing. Yep.
Okay,
Magic
cool. You thrust your short sword in between two of its armor plates, and a gush of greenish blood with strains of purple pours from it over the blade.
crap.
Ba-ba-ba. Laramendus, you're up.
What?
No.
Leah,
no, it's
sorry,
me.
I misread it.
How rude.
I saw L and A.
So all LA names are the same to you?
Yes.
Yep.
That's racist.
No, okay, I'm done joking. What size category is Sintarmal? It's normal,
He's
yeah?
a medium.
Medium, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Then I'm gonna grab onto him, and I'm gonna quickly say, "Lost not found, and times of dire bring me to where I desire."
Okay.
And I'm dimension door 150 feet away from the worm, like 150 feet from the worm's position away.
Okay. You can do that. You reappear on the sand with Zentharamil, who is looking around in wonder as the trails of magic fall away from you.
Stay here, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna run 30 feet closer,
Okay.
so that I'm now within Eldritch Blast distance for the next turn.
Quick question. Do we still have our full move speed in the desert?
I don't think it's been hindered in previous combats, unless I'm remembering wrong.
I think I
don't think-
recall it coming up when we fought the scorpions around the cart, but I don't remember the ruling, which is why I was asking.
I mean, sand is troubling.
Is it considered difficult terrain in the book? Because I think the book has a list.
The book is... We looked
Like the
into
DM
this,
book.
Sam. You remember?
I don't. The book gives some examples. It doesn't have like here.
Right, but then the weird thing was that like none of the desert creatures had any passives that would allow them to move in the desert more easily. So it was something odd. For now, let's go with it's fine. I'll give it some more thought later.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna position myself some 120 feet away from it.
Okay.
So I can Eldritch Blast it on the next turn. Of course I
Okay.
can't now because I used a spell. But
Okay. So you're done for this turn?
yeah.
Okay.
Just had to get Sintarmal in safety because I don't think he can defend himself from this thing.
Okay. That was a good idea. Vendar, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay.
Okay, but
It's
this thing
again.
isn't immune to piercing damage, presumably. So
Alrighty.
I'm gonna use my musket.
You're gonna use your musket. Okay. It's 25 feet away because the group was kind of all gathered up. So let's say 25 feet.
Okay.
I didn't skip to the next song. Interesting.
What am I to hit with this? I think I'm +7, right? That'd be an 18. 18 to hit.
An 18 to hit. You hit.
Hey! Alright, I got sneak attack.
Okay, here we go. There we go. Alright, repeat the damage one more time. Sorry, I was typing a thing.
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay.
I'm trying to. So it's
It does piercing and fire damage when it hits.
1d12 piercing and then how much fire?
I think it's 1d8. It should say on the sheet, hopefully. Let me just pull up my note sheet here real quick. Mechanical Wonders. Musket. 1d12 plus dex, piercing damage, and 1d8 fire. Short range is 40 feet, so you're within short range right now. And you're remembering that you don't get your proficiency bonus on it, right? It should have come up without a proficiency bonus anyway.
Oh wait, proficiency, right. So wait, how much was it? Doesn't.
It's okay. Hang on.
It's weird. It doesn't give me like a plus to hit, and it doesn't.
Vendor. There you are. Checking. This could be my fault. Let's see. Musket. Yeah, you're at a +4 to hit with the musket.
Oh, then I only got a 15.
Oh, a 15's gonna miss.
Alright, I missed.
Okay.
I'm gonna run 60 feet back.
Okay. So, there's this gout of smoke and flame from the end of the gun, and you see the lead ball miss it off to its right. And then you whoop, 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 right out of there. It seems like hiss and look around, and you can see, just like the other one, it has no eyes, but it seems to be tracking you.
I don't want it to attack me.
Alright, it is Lair's turn. So you ran 30 feet back, you said? 60 feet?
60 feet.
60 feet, okay.
I'm going to say, I think that would be glorious, and then cast Mage Armor and move 30 feet away.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor and move 30 feet away. Got you.
I'm saying, I think that will be glorious.
Uh-huh. Alright.
In Raiken's direction.
In Raiken's direction. It is Jebel's turn then, if you're done.
Yep, I gain the shield around me.
Yep.
Since I've cast an Abjuration spell.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's your turn, Jebel.
We're 25 feet from it,
Yes.
and I'm casting Blight.
Blight!
5th level. It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ooh. It got a 26. I'm sorry, a 31.
Oh well.
It was close.
Definitely.
It's a close one.
Hold on, let me count up what I've got here.
It actually has a special con saving throw.
That doesn't surprise me.
So it takes. It's necrotic damage. 24 necrotic damage.
24 necrotic damage. Alright.
Would have been 49 if it missed.
So it doesn't appear to be resistant or vulnerable to that. 49.
Well, it's 24 because it resists.
Or
save.
24, sorry. 24. Okay, there we go. I had the wrong number written down there. Alright.
Well, that's because I said that it was 49 was the...
Yeah, I don't know why my brain... I knew what you were saying, but for some reason my brain then held on to that number. Alright, are you going to move anywhere?
Let me just check one thing here.
I don't know what's playing right now.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Oh, I know what's playing. Not what I wanted. That's okay. You're gonna stay right there. Okay. Then after Jebel is Cyrus. Cyrus, you find yourself in a dark, really disgusting smelling place. You can't see. You find that you are restrained. That's loud.
Restrained. I will go pull what that means.
Yes, let's see here. So...
Speed is 0.
You are blinded and restrained. You have total cover.
And restrained.
Yes, you're blinded and restrained. You have cover against attacks and other effects that come from outside the worm. And you will take 21 acid damage at the start of your turn.
Is there no save for it?
No.
Bummer. Well, I'm gonna
you
die
don't
real
want,
quick.
You don't
then.
want to be inside the worm. Inside is bad.
Am I poisoned as well, or is it acid because it's here? Sorry.
It's acid.
Alright. And so blind. Where's blind on this stupid thing? There it is, right at the top. Well, that's a problem. A lot of spells require line of sight.
You have that purple worm dagger. You can swing it at disadvantage and maybe hit the thing that's restraining you. It's making it incredibly difficult to swing your weapon, which is why there is a chance to miss. It's just that you can't get enough leverage to do any damage.
Yeah. So, Taser Fist. Also known as Shocking Grasp.
Alright, you can cast Shocking Grasp. I believe that you roll at disadvantage to hit, but you can cast it.
Yep.
As long as it doesn't require line of sight, which I don't think it does.
I will double check its wording real quick. Sure. Oh. Oops, I ran into this character sheet. Well, let's check the other one. Shocking Grasp. So a creature you try to touch. Doesn't say anything about sight.
Okay, cool.
And I assume it's not wearing, like, metal armor?
It's not.
Alright. Good. Alright.
Alright, make your melee spell attack at disadvantage.
Alright, rolled fairly well both times.
Okay.
Spell attack bonus is +7. So 22.
Alright, you hit. You manage to grab a handful of the worm's innards and channel your magic as lightning into them.
dealing a impressive amount of damage for this cantrip. 14 lightning damage.
Okay, 14.
2 shy of max.
14 points of lightning damage.
And then I will quicken cast it again, because I need to get this thing killed as quickly as possible.
It allows you to cast it as a bonus action.
Yep.
Quickening a spell?
Yep.
That's what the meta magic does.
Okay.
Cast any spell with a casting time of 1 action as bonus action.
Okay. And
Or
it is a
effectively the same.
cantrip, so you can do it.
Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure I missed. Yeah. Did not roll anywhere nearly as well that time.
Okay, what'd you get?
Got like an 11.
Okay, an 11 will miss.
Yeah. And that's my turn. Because I can't do anything else as far as I'm aware.
Oops. Just put it over here.
Okay. First roll, 15 and 17. Second roll, 5 and a 4.
Sad. Okay, let's see here. And that's the end of your turn, right? You can't move, you can't see, you made your attacks.
Yep.
Which means it is now the worm's turn. And he is going to burrow into the ground.
I want to live. Don't take me away.
So you see the worm arch over and go straight back into the ground at the curl of its body, you know, rib by rib, spike by spike. And finally you see its tail, which has this nasty looking, this vicious looking hooked, bony protrusion on it, disappear into the sand. And you hear the shh of the sand filling in the hole behind it. And you can feel it moving beneath the sand. You can see the sand sort of shifting around you. Okay. Raiken.
Raiken is going to put on his armor, so he is going to say, Balaswell Meskel Gungnir Tron.
A blinding pillar of light overtakes you, and you find that, the rest of you find that he is, even in broad daylight, blindingly bright and, looking naked, again, although you can't see any details. Again, the angelic music seems to fill your ears as he strikes several combat poses, with each pose another piece of armor materializing and fitting itself to his body. And after the end of a bare couple seconds, which seem to stretch out an eternity, the light fades and he stands before you in the silver and orange armor of Cord.
And then let's see. Do I have anything that would possibly help? Well, that won't work.
I'll remember to put on the good music next time you do it, sorry.
It's okay. You're having enough trouble with music as it is.
And we still are. Like, this is just, I'm using a bot that has a higher chance of getting through the barrier than other bots.
I am going to... Well, I guess, I don't know. So Tristan, even though I don't have, I'm not going to normally carry my armor on all the time.
Right.
I still figured I'd have, like, my weapons out. We're still in, like, essentially hostile territory. Or is that a no?
So you're going to treat any time you're outside the city as hostile territory and carry your weapons in your hand?
Pretty much.
Okay. I mean, it's going to make some things difficult. It's going to be a little tiresome not being able to just hang them, but you can do that. So you want to say that when you left the cabin...
You know, we're not going to do that. So I'll just put on what I can put on, which I think is just
your
my
shield. Yeah. So, and I can tell you
I'll
that strategically, because you don't know where the creature is, this is a good turn to waste putting your shield on.
Yeah.
Because you can also draw the weapon as part of the attack. So you don't technically need the weapon out at all until you can see the creature.
So I'll put my shield on.
Alright, so you used your bonus and your action. You're going to stay where you are, or you're going to move to somewhere else?
I'm going to...
I can tell you that Cyrus has disappeared. The worm dove underground. You can see the spot where Cyrus and the box are just a pit of sand filling in slowly. And you know that Leah teleported and moved about 120 feet south. And then Laramendus and Vendar ran south as well. Lara went about 30 feet south, putting him at a total 55 from the worm originally. You're at 25 from the worm. And Vendar went 60, putting him at 85 from the worm.
Okay. I will go go halfway to Laramendus. So if he was 30 feet, so I just go 15 feet and kind of just towards him.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping to be maybe the worm will, if he goes in that direction, will go after me before him.
Okay.
And everybody else.
Yeah, again, you can hear the shifting sand. It's clearly moving around, but it's really hard to pin down where it is.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Which makes it Yukikaze's turn, who was standing up next to the worm when it dove into the ground right in front of him. Which actually reminds me, you were directly next to it, so I will retroactively let you use a reaction previously to attack it as it burrowed into the ground.
Alrighty.
Without the battle grid, it's like, where's everybody?
19.
19. Okay, you do manage to score a hit with this Sumemaru, I think.
Yep, Sumemaru. So it'll be 12 non-magical slashing.
Okay. Let's see. Doesn't look like it'll resist that, so... 12 non-magical slashing. Alrighty. So now it is gone. Now it is actually your turn. The thing burrowed into the ground and seems to be gone. You could hear that it seemed to be moving south, but that makes sense because your entire party is south of you.
I can't really do anything with the ground, so I will take the dodge action. Or I would just prep to maneuver based on where it's gonna come up. And yeah, nothing really I can do until it comes up.
So are you going to prepare action to dash when it appears?
I could do that.
Which would allow you to move 60 the moment it pops up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Alrighty. Then that brings us to Leah. The worm disappeared.
Yeah, that's not great.
And Cyrus is still gone. There's no sign of him.
Can I prepare an Eldritch Blast? Is that possible? So this is
Yeah, you can prepare an action to cast Eldritch Blast. So you do the casting now. You spend your action, and then you'll use a reaction later to throw it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And as long as it is in range, God, I can't say those words. You will be able to try to hit it.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
You are
gonna do
also
that.
concentrating on Eldritch Blast.
So if anything hits you before you fire it off, you can lose the spell.
That's fine. I mean, it's a cantrip. It's not like a big loss.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just that, it's just letting you know that, like, if something hits you and you fail a concentration save, then if the worm appears, you wouldn't be able to attack because you would have lost the spell, that's all.
Yeah.
Not that that'll come up, but just so you know. Alright, so is that your turn then? You're going to stay where you are and prepare that?
Yes.
Okay, Vendar. You've run 60 feet away, and the worm dove underground.
Okay, I'm gonna put some purple worm poison on arrows and see if that works.
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of wait for the worm, hope it doesn't eat me.
Okay. You spend your action poisoning your arrows and waiting. Lair, it's your turn.
I am going to prepare Ray of Frost.
At least it's not undead.
Okay. You prepare Ray of Frost.
And I will stay where I am.
Okay. Jebel, the worm ominously burrowed back into the sand.
Let's see. I can hear it, can I?
You can hear that it is moving nearby, so it hasn't, like, trucked off to the north. It's somewhere around the party. You can feel the sand shifting around you. It's creepy.
I guess. Christ, that is loud.
You can drop the volume a bit.
Yeah. These. That was at 4%.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare fairy fire.
Alright.
When I see what it is.
Sounds good.
It's a 16 dex save, that's me.
16 dex save. Alright, well, you're preparing to cast it. Which makes it Cyrus' turn. Cyrus, you take 21 points of acid damage. You are blinded and restrained. You can tell that you are moving. You can feel the grinding against the outer walls of the worm's body as it moves through the sand, and you can also feel the sand grains trickling over your body in its nasty saliva as it devours the sand that it's moving through.
Okay. Let me think here. Figure out one option, let's see if I should. I can wait one turn. I think. We'll find out. I'm gonna just Shocking Grasp, and then Shocking Grasp again.
Okay.
So, I rolled an 11, then I rolled a 1, which halfling lucked to a 20, so I have an 11.
Okay.
I've lost another 22 to disadvantage tonight.
So sorry.
So, 18 overall, does that hit?
An 18 will hit.
Awesome, at least there's that. Let me look down my rolls real quick. Okay. Eight points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure Firebolt requires line of sight, which is why I'm not using it. It does just stay within range, so could I use Firebolt?
Let me look.
Because if I can, I'd be better off using it since it has higher damage. Also, note whenever I hit it with Shocking Grasp, it can't take reactions.
I mean, but Firebolt's a ranged attack anyway.
So?
Well, you would have disadvantage because
Like, I already have
you-
double-
You,
I already have disadvantage.
from everything now.
Yes, I have disadvantage
It's all
from
three kinds of
blind, I have
disadvantage.
dis-
From
Oh,
restraint.
no, I don't have saving throw disadvantage. At least not
No,
all.
from every source. You have blind, restrained, and the fact that you're making trying to make a ranged attack against something that you're directly next to.
Yep,
Well, you're adjacent.
with something directly next to me.
Yeah, there you go. It does just say in range, and it's probably because it's a thrown attack, so you don't need line of sight because it originates at you and then moves. So it allows you to attack things that you can't see with it. So, yeah, you can cast that at disadvantage.
Alright, I'll cast that with my Quicken Meta Magic. At least it has higher minimums,
2d10s.
plus 3 due to class features.
Mm-hmm.
And with a minimum of the dice coming up as 2s because of a feat. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a sucky second roll. 14.
You miss, somehow. You shoot out a fireball and it just fizzles in the liquid acid belly of this thing.
The way I see it, if
No,
I'm
you-
missing it, it's just
you
like
shoot
I
it-
hit the sand that's coming in before I can actually hit the creature.
Sure.
There's just so much crap flying down.
However you want to see it, you fail to deal damage to the creature with the spell.
Which is annoying, but yeah. Well, good thing I have that rod of gnomish healing. That might give me an extra turn next time.
Okay.
Having that rod.
Boop, boop,
I'll be right back. I have
boop.
to use the restroom.
Alright, Cyrus, and then the worm. Is going to do that. And so. Okay. Vendor, the worm pops up south of you.
How far south?
Like, right next to you. Like, the sand rains down on top of you, and you shield your eyes against it as the thing bends down to bite you.
I don't like that.
No, Vendor!
So that is a 26 to hit.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, you will take 22 points of non-magical piercing damage.
Ugh.
Hey.
So
Does
much
this-
for being full health now.
From people
How far
who...
is it from me?
What? How far is it from you? It went to... it's now adjacent south of Vendar. So however far Vendar was from you, it's 5 feet farther.
Well, if it's within 60 feet.
Yes, it is not. It's 65 feet, I think. Because Vendar moved 60 feet, and it went 1 square farther than him.
Did Jebel not move at all?
I think Jebel did not move. Am I remembering that
Did not
correctly?
move.
You did not move, so it's 65 feet away. If that's outside the range of the spell, then it can't trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
But Leah and I probably do.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was within range and it got closer. So.
Yes. I do believe that both of you two are in range because you have ridiculous ranges on the spells you prepared.
Mine's only 120 feet.
The same. I mean, it could be more, but I don't have that indication.
Okay. I will roll my Ray of Frost.
I'm gonna let him go first.
That is a 21 on AC.
21 on AC will hit.
Okay. For
You slowed my poor
5
worm.
cold damage, and it is slowed by 10 feet.
That's just petty. 5 damage, but it slows you by 10 feet, so fuck you.
I love this spell.
Okay.
I have done all of, like, 60 damage with it over the course of this entire character's life.
Okay, so your reaction spent. Leah, your reaction goes.
Yeah. I get both blasts still, yeah?
Don't you get 3? I thought you leveled up.
3, yeah, you're right.
So
Wow,
yes,
I forget that.
because you are casting
well-
the spell.
Yeah. And there's blasts, still the same hits. Oh boy. That's 23 for the first one.
23 will hit.
Okay. Damage die. 4 points of force damage for the first one.
4 points. Okay.
Ooh. Second blast is 27.
That'll hit.
Oh, no. Now, did I have to roll for like a con save against the
It's
bite?
there's going to be a save, but they're technically interrupting it because they had reactions prepared. So I'm letting this
that's,
resolve first.
That's a big and mighty 1 points of force damage.
Okay, you do point of force damage. And your final blast.
14.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, back to beating
Great.
on...
5 points on 2 hits. And my damage... I have so bad luck on the damage die, it's incredible.
It is impressive. It's okay. We're working on it. You got some Theramil out of the armor. Step 1 done.
Sure.
So, make a dexterity saving throw. Vendar.
A dex?
Yes.
Okay, then I got a 27.
Okay. It bites you, but it does not manage to pull you into its mouth as you dive out of the way.
And can I use my reaction to half the damage?
I believe you
dodge?
can, yes.
Alright, so it's 11.
Okay.
Okay.
It makes a second attack at you,
Oh,
having failed to ingest you. The sand next to you, on the other side, suddenly explodes, and a hook-bladed tail protrudes up and swipes at you.
I probably should have shaved that uncanny dodge.
Maybe? I don't know if it'll hit. 23 might hit, actually.
Yeah, that... Wait, my AC is 16.
Look, it rolled low. It just has a high plus. So that's 19 points of non-magical piercing damage. So you halved the bigger one. This
So
one...
now the... Sorry, go ahead.
This one requires a con saving throw.
Okay. It's a 15.
Okay.
I assume that's a fail.
So as the hook-bladed tail swipes at you and pierces your armor and then flesh, you do feel the poison. And you will take 42 points of poison damage.
Well, I'm almost dead. It's a good thing I have that damage. Otherwise, I would be dead.
Yeah. Okay. Raiken. You have your shield on, and the thing popped up 65 feet away from you.
Wait, also,
No,
since I prepared to dash, does that mean I get to dash to him?
Yes, it does. It does mean you get to dash, so you are able to move 60
Right.
feet, which means that you are still 25 feet away from the worm. at the end of your
'Cause
dash.
Didn't he go 15 feet closer to Laramendis at the end of his last turn? So he'd be 15 feet closer, so only 45 feet away.
Did you move, or did you just prepare? I only remember you preparing.
Just prepared.
Yeah, okay.
You did not remember wrong.
It's Raiken who moved 15 feet closer.
Isn't it Raiken's turn?
It is Raiken's turn. I'm talking to Yukikaze.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got confused.
It's okay. Yukikaze took his reaction because he prepared to dash at the creature when it reappeared. So he is now dashing south toward you. Yeah, you can prepare any action, so he prepared the action dash.
I got myself confused though, sorry.
It's okay. Alright, so you are 25 feet away from the worm now.
Alright. Raiken go.
Raiken go.
Okay.
So it's 65 feet away from Laramendis, and you're 15 feet from him, so that's 80 feet.
Isn't it 35 feet from me?
You're right.
What kind?
You moved, so he halved the distance between you. You moved 30 feet, he moved 15 feet. So you moved 30 feet, 65, 35, 15, 50. He's 50 feet away. My bad.
It's still a ways away.
It's true. God, I should have prepared a grid.
Okay. I am going to use... Okay, so I'm going to pull out my weapon.
There's nothing stopping me from preparing a grid.
And then I'm going to cast... Yep, that should work. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
On it. And...
Let's go here. And go... Sorry.
No,
You're gonna Hunter's Mark it.
Yes. So now if it dives down, I can have advantage on trying to pinpoint where it is.
The terrifying thing is that this is approximately accurate to its size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you saying, that this worm is as big as the whole of Amarantha?
What? No. I'm gonna remove that in a second. Excuse me while I do that, actually. Okay. Where are your dumbasses? There we go.
Hey.
I need your tokens. Probably should have left
Why do
those
they
in.
look so stretched?
I don't know. Boof.
They are stretched. I'm enormous. Big chunky girl.
Chonky. There we go. Gotta fix them.
Mother would be so... I was about to say a very inappropriate word.
How dare.
But he likes them chunky.
Goodness gracious, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Well, you haven't seen Madagascar 2?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Move it. I'd like to move it. Move it.
That's one of the first one, but
I know.
Okay. There we go. Oh, no. Laramendis. God damn it. Oh, butthole. Get over here.
Merriman is always ruining things.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so Vendar is here. And this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 85. So Yukikaze's starting position was about here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Can we make this grid more visible? Or something? I'm just gonna color this area kind of a nice blue. Oh, no, I can't, because that won't make the grid pop. I don't know. Alright. So... Raiken, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here.
Of course, Raiken is that far away.
Leah.
She's the one we need to attack this thing.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120.
Oof.
Yeah.
That is a little closer than uncomfortable with.
Cyrus is, let's see, send to front. Boop, Cyrus is somewhere in there. And Jebel's here. Okay, so, Raiken, this is how things look. You're all the way up here, and the worm is all the way down here. Okay?
Shouldn't I be...
Right, you went 15. 5, 10, 15. You're here. And this is where the worm is.
Okay. Okay, then I am going to...
This shows Cyrus' approximate position within the worm as well.
I'm going to, I guess, dash to the worm.
Okay. 5, 10,
And
15,
that'll
20,
be
25,
it.
30, 35, 40. We'll put you adjacent to it.
That'll be it then.
See, much better now that I have a grid. I'm sorry. It's too much to keep track of. I thought I could keep track of it in my head and do things like we used to. I'm like, no, I need my grid. Give me
Been
my
too long. You
grid.
can't go back.
Everyone's spread out immediately, so...
Oh, it's probably fine. It's probably gonna be totally fine. No worries. Boom. There. Now we can see the grid. Yeah. Nice and visible grid. Okay. Oh my god, stuff has been happening. Pin. Okay, so that was Raiken's turn, which brings us back to Yukikaze. Yukikaze, you are... Oh, right, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There, at the start of your turn. So you just saw Raiken run past you. And get up to the worm. But he hasn't been able to strike yet.
So I can move and strike then.
You can move and strike.
I will move and strike.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet gets you there. The enormous, disgusting smelling purple worm and its chitinous plating. It's still oozing some blood from the places where your swords managed to pierce its armor plating.
Come on.
Vendar is looking like shit.
Not as much as Cyrus will in a second.
I mean, like, Vendar, you know that purple worm poison thing that you've been doing to people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happened to you.
It's not pleasant.
This is what that feels like.
Yeah, I want to make the purple worm feel it.
First hit is 26.
First hit is a 26. That will hit.
And that will be 9 non-magical slashing.
9 non-magical slashing. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Second will be 23.
That'll also hit.
And the damage for that will be 8 non-magical slashing.
8 non-magical slashing. Gotcha.
And then, last but not least, is a 20.
That'll hit.
Oops, wrong dice. Hold on, I rolled an 8 instead of a 6. Second. Oh, that will be 11 magical piercing.
11 magical piercing damage. Okay. You've dealt some good freaking hits to it just now. 3. Boom, boom, stab! He swish, stabbed it.
Come in there barreling, slashing.
Vendar is, like, horking up his insides onto the ground next to you.
Well, the one we need to attack this thing hasn't been able to hit it yet, and that is so frustrating.
We don't know the exact requirements of the
Yeah, like,
thing.
is the armor aware that it is in a combat?
I don't know.
Sentient
Okay,
armor.
so after Yukikaze, it becomes Leah's turn. Leah, you're down right there. I was gonna scroll far there, but nope, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Let's see,
25
how
feet
far
away from you.
it is?
25 feet.
25?
Yep.
25, and that has a ratio of 90, so yeah, I'm gonna cast a bonus action spell. I'm gonna say Toil and Twist, Itch and Vex. Got to know by my witchy hex.
Oh, you hexed it.
I hexed it. And then I'm gonna move 15 feet further south and use Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Purple web-like magic spreads over the outside of its armor. You're gonna move how many feet back again?
15.
1, 2, 3. 15 feet.
Yeah. And hex is a concentration spell.
Okay.
So lasts for an hour. So
Okay. What are you doing for your action?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay, go for it.
So that is 3 blasts, and now I also get an extra d6 for damage because of the hex.
Extra d6 of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very true. Hold on. Yeah. I just had to look at what the extra time, like a higher level thing does. It just extends the concentration.
What
So it's
What
not an hour.
ability?
It's actually 24 hours. That's crazy.
Okay. That's
What the what?
right. Yeah, yeah. What ability are you hexing?
That's Bestow Curse
No.
Yeah, hex is
that you're
just...
thinking of.
No,
No,
Hex does affect an ability score.
Oh,
you pick
yeah.
one and they have disadvantage on ability score.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
reading
yeah.
hex right now. It says choose an ability. When you cast a spell, the target has disadvantage on ability
Oh.
checks made with the chosen ability. If
If
the target drops to 0 points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature.
So, dexterity. Let's say that because that sounds like something I don't want it. I don't want it to easily succeed on dex saves, I guess.
Well,
It
this
won't
has-
affect
okay.
saves. It only affects ability checks. So it may
Oh.
not make any checks, but if it does, it will have this disadvantage.
So dex
Oh,
affect, like, its stealth
ability.
and stuff.
Ah,
so
that makes a
you're trying
difference.
to tell what skills you don't want to be good at.
No.
Then I'm gonna say strength
Okay.
because I don't know these things.
Yeah.
But it looks strong.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. That's
yeah,
entirely
and
fair.
it's just affordable saves. So it's ability checks.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, it says right there. I just...
It's got so much strength. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
No, it has a ton of strength. It does look really strong. It's huge.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay,
gargantuan even.
It is. It's gargantuan. Okay, so Eldritch Blast, roll it.
That's a 21 for the first one.
Hit.
Now I need my
D10.
D6 as well.
Right.
The D10 I already had. So that's 5 points of force and 2 points of necrotic for the first one.
5 points of force. And 2 points of necrotic. Okay.
That's a 16 for the second.
That will miss.
Okay. And the third is another 27.
Okay, you hit.
That's my second 19 on attacks. Third 19 of the day.
Yeah. It just doesn't want to give you a 20.
Where the heck did that die? Okay, well, that die is gone.
Bye, die. I didn't love that die anyway.
Okay, that is 4 points of force and 6 points of necrotic.
4 points of force.
I could not say necrotic there. Whatever.
And 6 points of necrotic damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Starting.
See,
Some of this
now we're
damage is
talking.
starting to get through.
Yeah, because I'm actually using Hex for once. I couldn't do that this entire time I had it, because I got it as we got down into the place that was filled by, you know, necrotic beings. So
We're
it's like,
probably
well,
immune.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
shit. There's like, that's a spell I just got that I won't be using for the next year or so.
Yeah. All right.
Finally be out, and I can use it.
All right, Vendar. The thing's right next to you. You feel like you want to die now. What do you want to do?
I disengage and I run 30 feet away.
Okay. What direction? North, south, or north, east, west, south?
North.
Alright, down.
And I'll shoot at it with purple worm poison.
Okay.
It's a 26 to hit.
You hit.
Ah, that bitch. Okay. I get
I love this. I can hear everything he's saying now.
It's wonderful.
it's so much better. I had
It's
no
like
idea.
a completely
it was-
different game. Thank you. Okay, so piercing damage.
Alright, yes. 66.
You have allies, and I don't think you have disadvantage from anything.
Alright, so it's 27 magical piercing damage.
27 magical piercing damage. It is bloodied.
And then DC 19 con save.
DC
It's not
19
immune.
con save. It got a 31.
Okay, then it's only going to take half. It's not immune.
Okay.
So it's 45 poison damage.
45 poison damage. So half of that on a save?
Yep.
Okay. So 22. Okay. Well, just like scorpions must be careful not to sting themselves, this thing is not immune to its own poison.
Ah.
You can see the effects very nearly immediately as your magic arrow pierces past its armor plating on its belly as it curls over you and seems to once again watch you as you run away with its non-eyes. But then it immediately begins spilling, you know, purple viscous blood from its mouth.
Eat that. How do you like it, bitch?
Just like cover this area in nasty purple goo. Okay. Good job, Vendar. That's the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, Lair.
Oh, does that mean I'm a goo?
I'm extremely tempted to make a platform on the ground for me with Wall of Force as wide as it can go, so that it can't come up.
I mean, I can't stop you. You just hop and cast Wall of Force beneath yourself.
Just be like, Vendar, jump.
Wonder if you'd have...
I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm going to... wait, didn't... Oh, Jebel goes after me. Damn it. Had Jebel made clear that he wanted to fairy fire?
I don't think so.
He just cast a spell and then held it and then lost it when the thing was too far away.
He... What? Did he lose concentration?
No, it was
says
too
it
far
outside
away.
its range.
So, how did he lose it?
Because a turn elapsed.
You concentrate on the spell until you cast it or take your reaction to cast it from the triggering action. You can hold concentration on the spell that you prepare.
Okay, well, he hasn't cast it yet.
I am sad that I'm going to cast this spell now, then. I'm going to do a 4th level Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Just do 9th level magic missile. I'm sure that'll work.
So
The
if I walk
first...
into range, I can cast Fairy Fire still.
Right, but I'm unaware that that's your intended action.
No, but I'm just asking for my own benefit now. Like, that's what I can do.
Yeah, if you move into range, you can cast it.
Oh, okay.
20s. Okay. 5 Scorching Rays coming at it. Oop. That was garbage. I does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
I hit once.
Okay.
For 9 points of fire damage.
9
I
points
got
of
2
fire.
1s, a 4, 8, and an 11.
Okay. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's looking pretty freaking rough right now. Also, nice. Let's see. Who's next? No, I think it's Jebel. It is Jebel.
It's Jebel. It's
Now
going
it's
to
Jebel.
make me sad that I was unaware of his intended action.
Yep.
He's going to walk forward until he's within range.
Okay. Believe that's in range.
So walk.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I mean, that's well in range, yeah.
And so that's within 60.
Right. It needs to roll a dex save?
Where is it?
If it's for fairy fire, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dexterity.
Just so you know, it's incredibly good at dexterity saving throws, so I don't think this will work.
What a bastard.
It got a 3.
Did it roll a 6?
Rolled a 5.
That was close.
Well then, it's very fired.
Indeed it is. So it is now splotched with this strange purple magic from Leah and glowing with fairy fire, making it
I'm gonna
easier
make
to
it blue.
hit. I believe that means that everybody who attacks it has advantage on attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that the fairy fire is only outside of a creature, though, so I don't think it's going to help Cyrus.
I mean, it's affecting the entirety of it, but that's up to you.
Well, you have to be able to see.
Also that.
Fairy fire designates a target and makes them easier to hit because you can see them better. You're blind.
So it says
Did
any
you say?
creature
Did you say
in
by
the
Leah?
area?
Hang on.
The spell is cast
Whoa,
is also outlined
too many
in light.
people talking at once. What, Jebel?
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Do I need to make a dex
Now it's-
save?
Well, it's a 20-foot cube.
So where are you targeting it? Are you designating an area that your allies are inside of?
Well, I don't know where. What's this? Well, I wouldn't be going for.
So a 20-foot
Them.
cube looks like that.
Well, I'd be mostly just on the worm. I wouldn't try to highlight.
Cyrus starts going inside
Yeah.
the
I
worm.
wouldn't highlight my allies because then they'd
Also
they
get...
wouldn't have advantage.
yeah. Well... yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you designate the worm. You can't see any other effect. The worm is now outlined in light. What color light?
Blue.
Blue light. Your IFF is
does
bad.
Cyrus
It
get
looks
to
like an
make a,
ally. It's apparently an ally.
Cyrus get to make a dex save.
Does Cyrus get to make a dex save? I mean,
I have total cover since there's a dex save.
yeah, you can't be affected by anything from outside. You have total cover against attacks and other effects from outside the worm. So I don't think.
Yeah, I can't. 'Cause dex saves are affected by cover. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe that makes it Cyrus's turn. Are you going to move any further or do anything else? That was your reaction, according to Lair?
No, because he didn't. He spent his action to cast the spell.
Okay.
So you could spend your reaction to cast it when the trigger happens,
Uh-huh.
but the trigger didn't happen, so he's still concentrating on the spell.
Right. But now
So
he's released it, hasn't he?
Yeah, so I think that's his action
Okay.
because it's his turn.
Okay. Seems a little odd to
I mean,
me.
you can.
I mean,
you
it just
can
seems
roll
odd
how
that
you
like you
want.
could use you can use your reaction if you go when the trigger is, but if you keep concentrating on it to cast it later, it now uses more than a reaction. I'm just a little confused by that.
I mean, I can pull up the rules for preparing a spell.
Yeah, but they all just talk about what happens within the next turn. It doesn't specify, as far as I've seen, like what happens if you hold it longer than the trigger and then cast it later. Because it's just not something people do. Apparently. Which is part of the reason I just assumed that if the trigger didn't go, it was lost, because that's how other editions worked. If the trigger didn't happen, you're no longer preparing the thing you were doing. Spells are weird and different because they use spell slots sometimes.
So I mean, I could be wrong about him being able to continue concentrating on it. I don't.
Going to bite you.
That seemed reasonable to me, but I'm also not the GM.
I'm just trying to keep things as close to the rules as written as possible, man. Interpreting where necessary. But if I don't understand the rule, I generally fall back to older edition rules.
I don't mind what we've just done because it meant I didn't actually waste a spell slot.
I'm vacillating. I'm trying to see if there's anything wrong with letting you have done it using your reaction, since that's what you had been preparing to do anyway. It just took longer to get there than originally anticipated. Which would mean you'd still have an action. I still think that when you've been shocking grasping it because you're in direct contact with it, otherwise you should be zapped too, but it's not what it says in the spell.
Yep, because it's magic, not physics.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least I'm switching to fire now.
Burn it from the inside.
Lightning
With
is
the
just
hot
another
burn.
type of fire if you go with Avatar The Last Airbender.
The worm's gonna get the sword trout.
Really is. Alright, so what are you doing, Jebel?
15. How far did I walk?
You are here, you walk 10.
Okay, so I can make it towards Vendar.
15, 20, 25. This would be one
pass.
movement here.
What do you call it?
5, 10, 15,
Your
20,
rules.
25, 30. Oh. Right, sorry.
I have 25 movement.
15, 20, 25 does allow you to get there.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Vendar.
Alright, what level?
Thank you.
What was it? That was at 4th level.
Okay. Cast your 4th level spell.
And that is 18, 22 points of health restored.
Oh, yay.
That's a pretty good chunk.
Yeah, I might not die if it attacks me again.
Then run.
I did run. Last time that didn't do much.
Run faster.
Okay,
I
so
think it can always run faster than I can.
we done there, Cyrus? Or sorry, Jebel, not Cyrus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the end of mana.
Cyrus, 21 points of acid damage.
I'm so close to dead. So close. So I just want to confirm one thing.
Uh-huh.
If I use all the charges in the Noma Shroud of Healing,
It will cast a
there's no
9th
chance
level
for it
heal.
to... No. Is there any chance for it to disintegrate? Because I recall identifying it and there wasn't something like that, if I remember correctly. But I'm
You
not sure.
remember correctly.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my action to expend all 5 charges within the rod, hopefully give me one more round to live.
Alright. 5th level Cure Wounds.
Yep. So that's 5d8. 8. 4. That's 12. 15. Ha ha ha. 16. Ooh. 24.
Okay. I got 19, so you did better.
I got 2 8s, and then I got some like 1s and a 3.
That was only 5d8s. Not bad then.
Yeah. Alright, so 24 hit points, which means I do have one more round. Because that's enough to take one more hit.
I hope nobody else needed that rod used on them.
Well, it's my conviction to not use it when it all, like, use it myself when at all possible, but this was do or die. Anyways, so bonus action cast Firebolt. At disadvantage.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Get 2.
Well, 9, but I rolled a 2, which means I miss.
Yeah, it's gonna miss. Sorry, you miss.
I got a 1, I got a 7, I got a 2.
Things are not going well for you. You should have just let that box get eaten.
Like I knew I was mostly saying it as a joke, and then
I really didn't think anybody would try so hard to get it. That's hilarious. If anything, it demonstrates just how dangerous these creatures are. Okay, so thank you for being my example.
You're welcome. My dice hate me.
It begins burrowing.
If only I was out of spell slots, I might be able to live.
Look at it from the bright side. If you
Yeah, try
die
a new
now,
character.
maybe Tristan lets you be a cat person.
Why would I want to be a cat person? I'd much rather be a Goliath. Goliaths are fun.
Well, don't stretch your luck.
No.
But Goliaths are balanced compared to the Tabaxi.
Okay, so Raiken and Yukikaze may both make attacks of opportunity as it dives into the sand.
Oh, we're gonna get him.
Ha! The day is mine.
I hope so.
I also hope so.
I always wait for the sigh after I say it.
Come on!
I totally believe in you, Raiken.
So going back to the green die now.
You failed my belief.
You wanna know what's funny? Raiken's rules are contagious.
Raiken's
Raiken an 11 because he rolled a 2. Well, he rolled a 2 plus 9 is 11.
Well,
You remembered your advantage from Fairy Fire?
Oh no, I didn't.
I rolled a 1.
Alright, you get one more chance, Blue Sandstone.
Is that wise?
Is that wise?
I hope it was wise. I got a 22 then.
Okay, that'll hit.
Smite!
You can't talk to him. We let him choose his actions.
Should I smite?
Yes.
You should save it for later.
What if you
I might
need it?
later?
I might need it later.
It's a glorious victory to smite it.
It's
Cord
a
would want that.
glorious victory to smite it. That's true. I don't know if I'll get to hit it again.
Yes, smite.
You should definitely smite.
I will use a level 2 smite.
Okay. As you bring your axe down onto the creature, a part of the armor at your shoulder suddenly unfolds into a lightning rod. Lightning flies from the sky, striking you and igniting the creature with holy lightning.
Wonder how that'll work inside.
If only I could see this.
Oh, don't worry, you can feel it.
There is a crack and roll of thunder as this occurs.
So I'm guessing that's the recharging of the armor. So at least that's out of the way. Only one halfling had to die to do it.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
So many D8s.
But I can find that if well.
The Lich did say that Cord usually demands sacrifice.
Yeah, from his followers.
His followers sacrificed you for the greater good.
You're following the right game. That makes sense.
Oh my god. Sorry, my computer is going slow, so I'm trying to figure out how many I have to.
It's 2, 3, 4 because you have improved Divine Smite.
Yes.
Ow.
Let's see. Okay, so for my regular attack, it is 13 silvered slashing, not magical.
Was that 13?
Yes,
Okay,
13.
it broke up just as you said it.
Yeah, sorry, 13.
Okay.
And then
Radiant damage. Radiant damage. 48. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Where'd Raiken go? I'm waiting for radiant damage. Raiken? Raiken?
Like he died.
What the hell?
Raiken!
Okay, well, while we wait for Raiken to reappear, Malachi, please, what did you get with your advantage roll?
25 to hit.
25 will hit. Please roll damage.
And to be 8 non-magical slashing.
oh my gosh.
8 non-magical slashing. Huh. Okay, and nothing else?
That's
Sorry,
Okay.
I got disconnected.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for your radiant damage.
Sorry, 25.
25. Okay. then.
Yes. And then also I forgot 2 more damage from Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. Okay. This thing is not looking good. Well, I mean, you can't really tell because you struck its tail as it was disappearing into the sand, but you saw, like, the carapace plating crack and fracture as you struck it, both of you together. And it bursts out of the sand over here. And it's going to attack its meal, Vendar. Where do you think you're going, Vendar? Come on.
I don't want to be attacked anymore. Stop attacking me.
But you're so delicious. Ooh, that's a 24.
Yeah.
22 points of non-magical piercing damage. And a dexterity saving throw to avoid getting swallowed as it scoops its mouth into the sand and snaps at you.
I used my reaction to impose my shield on Vendar,
Okay.
absorbing.
How much damage do you absorb?
I can absorb up to 25, so.
Okay, then you absorb all of it. You have a 3-point shield now.
3.
You take no damage,
it.
Vendar.
I got a 22 on my dex.
22. So you manage to... It's, like, bulldozing directly at you, and you like,
22.
dive out of the way as best you can, but its tooth, you know, like, at the side of the edge of its mouth still goes to graze you as you jump away, and then suddenly this magical shield appears and it interposes itself between you and the tooth. You are safe.
Yay.
Then the tail attack comes. And that's going to be a 30 to hit.
Which of course hits.
Yeah. So that's 19 points of non-magical piercing damage, and you must make a con saving throw.
So can I use my evasive dodge on the poison? Uncanny dodge?
I don't believe so, because it's con save. You can use it on the initiating attack, but the poison is the con save. That's how you get out of it. It's not a dex save, and it's not an AC attack. So you can half the damage from the initiating attack. The 19 you can bring down to 9. 9.
9?
Yeah, it reduces to 9. And then you can try to save against this, but I don't... Uncanny Dodge, I don't think works against this kind of thing. Because it's already in you.
Alright, so you see Uncanny Dodge on the attack then, and then I got a 20 con save.
A 20 con save? A 20 con save?
Yes.
A 20 con save. Okay, you only take 21 points of poison damage. Uncanny Dodge, if the level of an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the initiating attack. The con save after that is not affected by it. I can't see why it would be.
Yeah, that was what I would agree with, and quick Googling seems to say that that's...
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, then I somehow managed to survive with 7 health left.
It's a good thing your friends love you and healed you.
It is. Thank you very much. You saved my life.
I would have, but I'm kind of busy.
It's okay. We'll just leave you there. You're digesting some stuff right now.
Alright, Raiken, it's your
Some
turn.
stuff is digesting me.
You can feel this buzz over your body as lightning seems to be coursing through the armor.
Ha! I will run to the beast and attack it again.
As you do so, the number in the visor ticks to a 2.
Oh god, from a 3?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Raiken will attack. Huzzah!
Okay.
Okay. 22 again.
22 will hit.
Okay.
It is still fairy fired.
Yep. I rolled. So both got 22 both times.
Nice. Still good.
So I will use a level 1 smite.
Okay. Again, the lightning coursing through your armor is transferred to your axe and turns into holy fire.
Okay, so the normal damage, including Hunter's Mark, is
There's another crash of thunder as your weapon
14.
impacts. 14.
14 non-magical silvered slashing.
Ooh, nice.
And then my radiant damage is 16 radiant damage.
Okay. So you bring down your axe, which is glowing with holy energy, with holy lightning, and as you cut across it, the lightning becomes radiant fire and spreads over the wound. And as you bring your axe through, splitting its armor, all of a sudden there's an explosion of lightning and bolts rain out, almost like spider legs bouncing across the sand away. And the thing hisses and falls to the ground, unmoving, as its insides are charred by the lightning.
Ah, it has been slain.
Through Cyrus.
Maybe. Let's see here.
Raiken hopes this gains Cord's favor.
Okay. The crash of thunder echoes around the desert around you. And I will say at this point you notice that the Khajiit are nowhere to be seen. Excuse me, the Tabaxi.
We broke him, guys.
Where is is my... There you are. Okay. The thing crashes to the ground, apparently dead, as Raiken stands there glowing in his armor, lightning still crackling over its surface.
Raiken is going to shout, "It worked!"
After Raiken's turn, it is Yukikaze's turn.
The worm is dead.
The worm has crashed to the ground and is not moving, and it is kind of crackling with lightning and is on fire.
Gross.
It smells even worse than it did before.
I'm gonna yell, does anyone see Cyrus?
Are you going to take any
Looking
actions?
down the mouth of it.
I'm gonna move toward its mouth,
Okay.
if I can.
I'm going to call that over here.
How much more can I move?
You were here, so that was 5, 10, 15. You can move another 15. Its mouth hangs open, a rancid smell emanating from it. You can see that saliva and blood is pouring over its extended lower jaw. Its mouth lies open, not unlike... It reminds you a lot of the room in the dungeon where it was night in the desert and there was just the dead purple worm with its mouth open. You had to find the door into its throat.
Well, I'm full health. I'm gonna gamble. I'm going in. See if I can find Cyrus real quick. Not far.
Okay. You use 15 feet of movement to enter the worm's digestive tract. Please take 21 points of acid damage as you...
Yep. I was waiting for that.
Begin moving in. It's horrifying, the smell. You can't see anything. All the muscles seem to have gone slack, so you're not being pressed deeper into the worm, but you still have to, like, push against the flesh with your armored hands, trying to force your way down its throat as it seems to just sort of deflate around you.
I'm feeling for stuff. I'm looking.
Okay. It becomes Leah's turn.
We're still on turn, huh?
Yes, because you still have a fat ally dying inside.
I'm not dead yet.
Give it time.
Well, I
Give it.
have anyone indicated to me that they're trying to get him out or anything?
I mean, Raiken, Yukikaze was over here shouting about Cyrus, and then, Cyrus, and then you saw him climb into the thing's mouth.
Then... Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I could do about that.
But you can skip your turn if you have nothing to do.
I guess I'm just gonna go over to Zintaramel.
Okay. You move to Zintharamel. I should give him a token. Vendar.
Okay. I'll go up to the worm, and I'll start looking for the poison glands.
Okay then. 5, 10, 15,
Immediately.
20, 25, 30. You know that last time you had to go in through the mouth to find them, so you begin heading toward its mouth. Are you going to dash to get there?
No, I'll just walk over for
Okay.
I'm gonna continue writing backstory.
After Vendar is Lair. You saw your Dragonborn companion enter the worm, and then you saw Vendar also moving toward the thing's mouth. He looks really rough.
And if Yukikaze had just waited a second and could have gone over to cast light on something so that he could see. But he didn't.
He's not even wearing all of his armor.
I'm going to move just mostly. So I'm going to move in the direction of people, but I'm not going to like go up to its mouth because that's a bad.
Okay, that was 15. You need to move farther than that, or are you happy?
That's good.
Okay. Jebel.
Yeah. Mass Cure Wounds doesn't specify that I have to be able to see anyone I want to heal.
Let's see here. Casting time, range. Wave of healing energy. From a point within range. Choose up to 6 creatures. Each target regains. Undead constructs. I mean, it feels like cover and total cover should block it because it appears to be an area attack, but it also doesn't have it to hit, so...
Did it say location? He'd have to know his location.
I mean, no. He chooses a point and casts it from there, and it washes out from there, which makes it sound to me like objects could block it. Let's see here. Did they do something? Spells, mass cure wounds. What? Oh. For some reason, one of the printings of the book said that mass cure wounds was conjuration, so they changed it to evocation. I checked the errata just to see if they had changed something, but no. Nobody even asks about this, so I guess it's not an issue. So yeah. I guess you can just drop it.
Central location.
60-foot radius, you know, from like over there.
And it's within 30 feet of like the central point. Is it 30-foot radius cube? 31st radius sphere. So.
Yeah, so it's 60 feet across. $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, $45, $50, $55, $60, $65. $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, $45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay. So, there. So everybody in the blue, which is Jebel. Jebel there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like you count against the 6, so. Interesting.
What is?
I appear unharmed.
No, it's just funny to me because you can choose 6 creatures, but if you choose yourself, you count against that 6. So you can't heal all 7 people that are in the party.
Well,
Yeah, we had this
is a
issue
large
before.
party.
Yeah. Okay, so
There's only 6 of us in there at the moment.
it's true. So everybody there can regain. You said Laramendus is unhurt, but what do they regain? Everybody except Leah.
What?
Leah's not getting
The
the
area.
healing.
19 hit points.
Okay, everybody except Leah regain 19 hit points.
Yay.
Well, I mean, I didn't take any damage, so I don't mind.
Yeah, but Vendar's now at more than triple that he was.
I am.
And I can survive more than one more round.
And
True.
So which way are you crawling?
Which way is up?
Side where I was always getting pelted in the face with rocks.
and I want to move. Can I move to the close to beside the worm?
You can.
Yeah.
Right. There.
I'm still waiting for it to catch up. Yep, that's perfect.
Okay. So after Jebel is Cyrus, so Cyrus take 21 points of damage.
Yay!
You are still blind, but you are no longer restrained. It's just very difficult to move, so difficult terrain.
Alright. Do I have the box?
No, you just only move 10.
He wants to know if he is holding the magic item.
Oh, sorry, I heard HALVE.
Oh,
Yes. You have managed to hold on to it, since the only thing you drew out was the Rod of Healing.
Alright. Then I will make my way out.
You, like, dove on top of it to grab to keep something from eating it, but then you got eaten with it. Failed on all counts.
And I will, just to make sure I don't try to move out here as fast as I can, I'm going to bonus action cast haste on myself,
Okay.
which will double my movement speed and give me another way to dash, but I forgot you don't know double dashing, so that's not going to be as important.
Mm-hmm.
But still, means I can move 50 feet, including the difficult terrain.
Okay. So you begin pushing your way through this worm that's deflating, its muscles going slack all around you, and you begin tunneling up in the direction that you know was always, like, you're being pushed away from, And you run into Yukikase.
All right. And I would, if it's okay, I would like to actually just regular cast it since I can't double dash since that was originally I was going to cast it as a bonus action.
Okay. So spare yourself the sorcery point.
Yep. The sorcery points. It takes 2.
Okay. You may do that.
All right. Thank you.
If you had gone through all that and then lost the box.
It's in here somewhere, guys.
Oh yeah, I would have gone to get out for it if I had to.
I found Jebel. He's I found some of Jebel. Cyrus. Found some of Cyrus. I found the box.
It's okay, I can revivify him.
I can reincarnate him.
Okay, so you both begin. Yukikaze, you're moving through the worm, and all of a sudden, there's sort of a clang, and you can feel a small creature pressing up against you suddenly.
If it's my...
Other way!
Well, yeah, if he can't keep moving, I'm gonna grab him, pull him. We're going. We're getting out of here.
Okay.
I will basically just try and just hop up on him to get my feet, just to make as little contact with this thing as possible.
Okay.
I will pull him the rest of the way out. We're gonna get out of here.
Okay. What are you doing in the meantime, Raiken?
Raiken is going to heal Vendar.
Okay.
Yay. Thank you.
He'll use Lay on Hands and
Oh yeah, fill me up.
give him
Touch
25
me.
points.
25 points.
Woo! My good touch.
It's the good touch.
Yeah.
Alright, so Yuki and hasted Cyrus pop out of the worm's mouth covered in acid and nasty smelling saliva and sand.
Oh, not sand.
Gets everywhere.
Oh my god, that sand is going to be all over them.
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, that was...
Just the tone unsettles me. I don't know why.
I mean, it's because you're all sticky from the inside, so the sand has become basically glitter. And you'll never be able to get it off.
I can. It's called magic.
Listen, stop cheating and just have it stuck on you forever.
Clear. Okay.
Sand, the herpes of the natural world.
Alright.
Yeah, I think herpes is the herpes of the natural world.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about saying.
Wait, what? No.
Maybe.
Yeah, herpes is natural.
No, why is it still? I told it to clear the queue and then skip the song, and then it started playing the song again. I'm like, there's nothing in the queue. You can't play that song. Good gosh.
The robots are rising up.
It's giving me a freaking aneurysm over here.
Oh, the robots are gonna take over, so...
Yeah, this is how they start.
Okay. Screw you. Perfect. When in doubt, do other things. Okay, so that concludes combat. Good job. You manage to get Cyrus out. He's only mostly melted. And you have the box. I will mention, so your body, your armor, your clothing is all damaged by the acid, Cyrus. However...
So much for my shoulders. Fine.
That's right, you were already, like, wearing nothing around your midriff or chest. You just had the sleeves connected by the neck of the shirt.
Did Cyrus have that the cloak of resistance or whatever it was?
Yeah, he's got the cloak of resistance, but he's got like no clothing beside the cloak of resistance is magic, so it's protected. The box also seems amazingly unharmed.
Awesome.
Yeah, if we're broken initiative, I'm gonna walk back to the rest with
Yes, we have broken initiative. As you rise to take Zentharamel back, he seems to look at his hands and say, I think I've remembered some things. Watching you fight.
Really? That's good. What exactly?
He waves his hands and says something in Sylvan, and then a tree grows out of the sand next to him.
Ooh.
I'll go immediately sit under the shade.
The sand shifts, the tree falls on top of you. If you could make a dexterity saving throw.
They burn the tree down around me, so it starts trying to fall on me. The nerve of that tree.
I think you can make nature in this environment.
It is only an illusion, but it is more than I could do last night.
Hey, you're improving.
Yes.
And quickly too. This was an interesting turn of events, though. I mean, you spent this time protecting me, and now I got to protect you.
It was refreshing. Thank you.
Well, you need a break.
He smiles warmly at you, and the tree slowly fades from existence, the shade going with it. Where are you?
Sorry,
There you
Cyrus.
are.
Just be glad it didn't make an illusionary oasis.
Is that, should we stop there since it's 10:30 before we get into anything else?
I suppose so.
Or, okay.
It is 10:30. You survived your encounter with the purple worm. Vendar is now trying to cut more venom. I don't know what you're going to do with the venom, but we'll have to deal with that next time.
Remember, I
What's
bought
the
like
cost of one
20
of the venom?
additional things of glass. I still have a shitload.
You do realize you have the bulk of the world's extracted supply of purple worm poison on your person.
I need more.
Oh
You know
my
how
God.
often I get access to purple worms? Not that often. I'm not.
Lately, actually, you have. It's pretty often lately.
It's been
I
a
mean-
week,
I mean-
okay?
Surprisingly lately, but throughout my life, I've only ever run into 2 purple worms. I want their poison.
And you'll never see a purple worm ever again.
I might not.
Yeah, I mean, they native to the desert. We don't plan to be in the desert, so I get it.
We better use it sparingly.
Way down the road, just all of a sudden, Vendar's gonna be like, "We have to go back to the desert."
There'll be a time, you know, a few years down the road, we're fighting fuck, we're about to go fight Bala, and we're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm out of poison.
You're gonna go through
God,
that much
a few
poison
years
in
down the
only
road.
a couple years.
Hey, listen, I got a lot of people to kill.
Good gosh.
I think Jebel is planning on harvesting more stuff from Norm anyway as well. A couple more teeth.
Raiken's just very happy that it worked.
Oh, it did? Oh,
He
well, I
yelled-
guess we're out of the turtle now.
No, he screamed it at the end of the after the worm died.
Yep.
Loud enough that I would hear.
I missed that both in and out of character.
Raiken would have been so excited that, like, people in Amaranto would have heard it.
Okay.
Everyone in Amaranto, like the entire world, would just.
I think
that?
I'll end on this
Sorry.
note. As you celebrate your victory over this thing, and Vendar shouts to the heavens about how much poison he needs, there is going to be another rumble of thunder. And there's going to be, it seems like clouds above you, like dark storm clouds that flash with lightning in the daylight. And you're going to see, not unlike that time that Nerevar fell from the sky, a humanoid shape descending. And you are going to see that it is a winged man-shaped creature. It's a bit androgynous. Actually, I think there's an image. Boo-boo-boo. I'll use this image, it'll do. Boop.
I leveled by 20 experience.
So, this comes down. And it's going to begin speaking Celestial to Raiken.
Ah.
Ooh. If only I spoke Celestial. Usually I do. I skipped it this time around.
It's a good thing Raiken does.
Tristan, every time you mention something appearing out of nowhere now, my heart pounds like crazy.
As it should.
And it's going to stand on the air just above you, Raiken, look down on you. There isn't really any discernible emotion. It seems completely deadpan as it looks at you. And in Celestial, it says, in a deep voice, I am a servant of Cord, and I have been sent to address the bearer of his armor.
Yes, that's me.
Name yourself, champion.
I am Raiken of House Luma.
Stand tall and proud, for you are chosen of Cord, chosen to wield his armor in battle and spread the glory of his name across the land. Do not take this responsibility lightly. History
is an honor.
History will be altered by your actions.
I hope to carry Cord's great word with me and be the champion that he deserves.
My lord I can't think of the word I was just trying to say. Bestows. Thank you, my brain. My lord bestows. See, it happened again. Bestows his blessing upon you, Raiken of House Lumos. And he holds the golden scepter aloft, and it becomes a light with lightning, which strikes down upon you, illuminating you, and you feel it charge you and the armor.
Ooh.
Great things are expected from you, Raiken.
Raiken will bow his head and beat his chest twice with his fist and thank him.
Without emotion, he seems to nod. And his final words
Damn it, I
to
misspelled his
you
name.
are, bring honor and glory in the name of Cord. All must know his righteous fury.
I shall do so.
And he ascends back to the cloud gloriously. And the cloud disappears.
One step closer to seeing Cord myself.
If you want to see him, that seems like a fairly short trip. Stand still. I can give you an express ticket if you want it so badly.
You're gonna get zapped with lightning. Okay. I think we'll end on that note now.
Alright.
Okay.
Good. You've got your experience, you've concluded a fight, and Raiken has announced that the armor is not going to die in 2 hours.
Nope, it'll be another 500 years.
Are you sure? What's the clock say?
The clock says 4,384,800.
Good enough. At least I don't have to worry about it.
Turns out this one is measured in seconds, though, so it's ticking down a lot.
Well, every second counts, right?
Not going down that fast, at least.
Alright, good job, guys. Same time next week.
GG.
Yep.
Wait. My